Welcome back on Arun Foot. It's the second watch along of this Friday. It's FC Goa versus Odisha FC at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Margao and Fatorda. And FC Goa versus Odisha FC in a matchup of two teams who both are needing points in the table. Um, Odisha FC wanting to get away from the relegation zones. They're on 5 points from 5 matches, while Goa have 10 from 7. So if they just want to be getting a little closer to the top of the table, a win tonight might be very, very useful for them, as both the teams like to play football. That's the most important thing. But Goa have been struggling in the recent weeks, and Odisha have had mixed results. Um, Again, losing to Mumbai City in the last game, and therefore that will be very, very interesting to see. Uh, you know. So that is something which is, you know. So therefore, that's a reality. Thanks, Kilan. So I want to think your chat is so enormous and fast that some people have to wait for 10 minutes to get their questions answered. Rahul, I'm doing a live match. Dejan Drazic, shot blocked by two players. And so therefore, Rahul, I'm trying to do a live match and I'm trying to answer questions in between. So therefore, I have to find the balance between the two. Sometimes I even let questions be there because it becomes a bit of a challenge to be talking about things. As Goa attack from the left, but that ball into the middle, no danger for Amrinder, who has collected the ball rather easily. And John Abraham must be furious, maybe unhappy. I don't know what it is. And Arya says, I don't think so. Let's see, guys. Again, I try to be as precise as I can with my answers, and that is not always easy. And that's a long ball forward. Tiwari clears his lines. Akash Sangwan. Udanta Sangwan. Interesting to see how Goa once more have lined up. Ball forward, but that's utterly wasted. So once more, um, and Ritik Tiwari on the bench. Sorry, just realizing Bob Jackson in goal today. Boris Singh, Sandesh Jingan as captain, Moreno and Sangwan in defense, Udanta and Ayush Chetri in defensive midfield. Sorry, Harsh Patre and Ayush Chetri in the midfield. Mohamed Yassir and Udanta on the wings, Dejan Drazic and Mohamed Nemil up front. That seems to be the sort of formation at this moment in time for FC Goa. Yeah. To win for Odisha, Amrinder and goal, Zuidika, Thoiba, Carlos Delgado as captain, and Shubham Bhattacharya in defense, Rohit Kumar and Putea in defensive midfield, Rahul KP and Isaac on the wings, Raldin Fena and Raim Ali. Raim Fena as a 10 and Raim Ali as an attack. Rahul KP on the wing. Rahul KP tries to get a shot off, but that goes anywhere but the goal. Skies high. And interesting, Bob Jackson as goalkeeper for FC Goa. Has Manolo lost trust in Ritik Tiwari? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Bryson Abdul Rabe on the bench. Saif Davora on the bench. So a lot of players who've been in the team of FC Goa are now on the bench tonight. And Odisha lose the ball. Drazic. Cleared by Toiba. Putea. Rohit. Shubham. Rahul KP, who's starting on the left today. Putea. Raimali. Toiba. Zuidika, Isaac, Toiba chips it forward. No one will get to it. Did you see Nive's comments on in football's post on Utica? Probably a better jersey coming. No, I haven't, to be very honest. Rohit, Raimali, Isaac, Raimali, back to Rohit. Across to Carlos Delgado. Asking Shubham to get some width in it. Rahul. Shubham. Shubham fighting. Loses the ball, but cleared by Delgado. Long ball forward. Fela. Plays it to Rahul. And cleared by Jackson. Shubham heads it out. And Boris will allow it to roll out. Strike only a Bengali brand. It is a Kolkata-based brand by a former Malayali player. If I'm not wrong, Denson Devdas is the owner of Track Only. Shubham heads it out again. Goa with the ball. Drazic plays it wide to Udanta. Udanta plays it to Akash Sangwan in the middle. Mohammad Nemil doesn't get to it. Cleared. The Gauls win it back. Odisha win it back. Throw in Goa. Sidika putting his body on the line. And that's a foul given for the Gauls. Boris, good cross in. Udanta heads it. Drazic. Nice to play through. Cleared by Odisha. Paul Moreno with the ball. Plays it back to Bob Jackson. Ash Patre. Moreno. Patre. Chips it forward for Drazic. Against Zuidika. Drazic keeps the ball not in. Throw in for Odisha FC. Zuidika. Pitya back to Zuidika. Blocked by Goa. Ayush heads it forward. Cleared by Toiba. And Goa have the ball back. Ayush. Sorry. Akash. Sandesh. Moreno. Back to Sandesh. Paul Moreno. Akash Sangwan. Head to Udanta. Udanta, who's become Manolo's utility man. No longer only right winger, but also right wing back, defensive midfielder, and left attacking wing back. Looks like Dejan Drazic was offside. It's interesting. There is a patch of grass lying over there, which in that clearance from Zuidika was, Drazic was offside. You can see that really. And nobody's actually going there and pushing that patch of grass in again into position. It looks like a heap lying over there. Amrinder to take the goal kick for, not a goal kick, sorry, free kick for Odisha FC. 11 plus minutes on the clock. And Isaac can't keep the ball in. Isak Ralte has not had a good ISL so far as per his own standards. Cleared by Toiba. It's going to be a goal kick for the Gauze. TG Purushothaman has had a decent start to life at Odisha FC. 5 games, 5 points. More, I think, than many expected them to have. 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. And the losses against Mumbai City and Mohun Bagan Supergiant. Putia under pressure from Harsh Patre plays it back to Thoiba. Thoiba looking to play across to Shubham. Rohit looking to play it across to Isak, but intercepted by Udanta. Akash. Harsh Patre still with the Gauze. Boris back to his keeper. Bob Jackson slips, but clears. Harsh Patre. Is it up to Mohammad Yasir? Mohammad Yasir playing it for Udanta, but that is way, way, way overcooked. No chance for Udanta to get to it. Odisha with the ball. Ball back to Amrinder. Ricardo to Toiba. Back to Carlos Delgarto. Toiba with the long ball. Shubham. Putea. Shubham. Looking to play Isaac. Fela. Isaac Fela. Cleared by the Gauze. Harsh Patre. Boris Singh. He's got 2, 3, 4, and then there's a foul from Rahul KP. The 2 former junior international teammates, Rahul KP and Boris Singh. Yeah. But 10 years ago, around this time, around this time they were in Germany with the team preparing for the Under-17 World Cup a year later. That's a decade ago. Crazy to think. Ball back to Amrinder. Goalless. 16 minutes on the clock at the Fatorda. Odisha FC trying to build up. Oh, that's a nice break now. Rahul KP with space. On that wing, Rahul KP! Shot over. Good movement from Rahul KP. But were the options to play his teammates? He's angry with himself. Rahul KP does well to create that space. Yeah, and that ball. Not a bad angle, but technique could have taken a little differently. Might have then gone in. That's the challenge for him. Does the employees also change president after AIFF president elections? I mean, every single employee, no. I mean, but most employees stay. Very few leave. Ball back to the Gauze keeper. Bob Jackson clears. Intercepted by Odisha. Fela. Delgado. Putia. Delgado Putia plays it across to Toiba. We'll leave it to Zuidika. Back to Toiba. Putia. Delgado. Oh, plays it into the feet of Drazic. No, sorry, now it's Drazic. Drazic plays it out to Boris. Boris with a good cross, headed out by Delgado. And cleared by Delgado. Sandesh heads it forward. Harsh Patre. Akash Sangwan. Chips it forward. Is that offside? No, it's not. Ball across. And Manolo Marquez is not happy at all. 18.5 minutes on the clock. Yeah, TG Purushothaman does this kind of a move. Yeah, could have been danger. Certain school classes, looks like, are in the Fathoda, at the Fathoda tonight to watch this game. Corner for Goa. 19 minutes on the clock. Mohammad Yasir to take it. Mohammad Yasir. Looked like the ball had gone out already. Yeah. That's the problem when you shoot a corner from the left with the left foot. If the curl is not right, it might go behind the goal line. That's happened. And a reminder, if you're liking this watch along, do leave a like behind, share it with other people, and support Arun Foot. 5 likes so far, guys. I think we can do better. And if you're new to the channel, you're liking this watch along, do leave a subscription behind. At this moment in time, as I speak to, we stand at 4,085. Thank you very much. So it's also slowly moving towards 4,100 in our quest to reach 5,000 subscribers. Goes intercept once more. Ball out to Sandesh. Back to Ash Patre. Paul Moreno. Moreno to Ayush. Ayush Chetri. Drazic wants to play through. Doesn't get it to Nemel. Intercepted. And that's a foul from Mohamed Nemel against Thoiba. Thoiba rock solid once more at the back. One of those underrated players. Yeah, that's a jersey test from the man in the mask, Mohamed Nemel, who had a face injury. Was getting a lot of time, Mohamed Nemel, despite injury, up front as a striker. With Ishan Pandita once more not on the bench, only Daniel Lalempuya, the other striker. That's the big problem for a lot of teams. Without the right foreign striker, how can you score goals? Amrinder, free kick reaches Rahul. Rahul KP. Back to Rohit. Shubham. Rohit. Back to Delgado. Thoiba. Thoiba chips it forward. Looking for Rahim Ali. Rahim Ali plays it back to Puitea. Has to go all the way back to Thoiba. Delgado. Plays it to Rahul KP. Rahul KP against Boris. In the middle to Fila. Blocked. Shubham. Shubham, good cross. Headed out by Goa. Shubham can't take it cleanly. Played forward by Goa. And Mohamed Nemir was offside. Is the anyone not picking up rights for FIFA World Cup result of banning betting apps in India? No, due to time difference between US and India to some extent, not much viewers in India. No, India had a cumulated viewership of 745 million for the last World Cup, which was second highest only to China. So the viewership is not a problem. It's the price, right? Long ball forward from Umrinda, cleared by Goa, cleared by Odisha. Yeah, Delgado back to Putea, Toiba. So therefore, Hannibal, to me, it's the price, it's the market. There's too much of money being spent on cricket. It's not enough money in the market to spend on other sports, and that's affecting football, and even a prime property, most probably the biggest property per se. Every 4 years, the Football World Cup is having problems to be sold in the market. I'm a little saddened that you have to have a foreign spine in order to be a good team. It hasn't changed since the NFL days, and that's depressing. Yeah, Sasha, welcome to Asian football, and especially Indian football, and it's more evident. After this win was what they went to middle of table. Yes, Kumar, they have. Oh, ball back to the keeper. Bob Jackson plays it forward, but that's offside. Mohamed Nemir comes from offside position. Another factor is time zone. Trevor, again, yes, it is a factor on one side, but on the other side is, you know what? Um, if the money was in the market, if there was interest in the market, the time zone factor would not have been a factor. At least someone would have shown interest and listen, I'm willing to pay you, I don't know, something, right? There's been no interest. So therefore, but I think there is a market, and again, it is shocking to see, therefore, as I say, watch my short little analysis of the same topic, and then we'll see. Oh, Rahim Ali, ooh, goes down, but referee says play on. Oh, Toiba against Drazic, and that's a yellow card against Toiba. Would like to see what happened at the other end, to be very honest with you. Yeah, yeah, that's fine with the card for Toiba. Moreno, Jingan, Harsh, back to Sandesh. Moreno, again back to Sandesh. Looks for Mohammad Yasir. Harsh, Sandesh, Moreno. Goa tries to combine. Ball through, and that's offside. And Drazic. He is the outlet, Dejan Drazic. Most important factor in that Goa team. Amrinda finds Rahul KP. Rahul KP, Putia. Boris intercepts. Says it to Mohammad Yasir. Back to Boris. Chips it forward. Delgado. Oh, Delgado, Mohammad Yasir. And Odisha win the ball back. Carlos Delgado. You get viewership, but the problem in India and other countries is India gives sports as part of one solution for all OTT apps. It's a separate sport pack, movie pack, and TV show which clearly price money with segregation of subscription. Kumar, the question is not about that. I think the question is a broadcaster willing to pay that money or not? And given the reality is that the broadcasters have spent too much on cricket, and there's this blindness to all other sports. So even good numbers of a FIFA World Cup last time around will not convince you to put in money, right? So that's the problem. So the Indian sporting ecosystem, with the sports generally have their problems, but cricket has now amplified the problems that too much of money is in cricket, right? I mean, Joy Bhattacharya said the other day with KKR, the one of their matches was washed out. I don't know against whom in Kolkata at Edens because of the rains. He said that 120 to 150 crores will be lost because of that match not being played. 120 to 150 crores. Listen, with that you can run the whole ISL season, and that is lost with one game. So therefore, that's a problem. Not away jersey. Why? Aman, I don't know. You have to ask Odisha that why they didn't choose the away jersey. Intercepted by Goa, won back by Odisha. Now KP, Fela, Shubham, Fela, Thoiba, Zuidika, Fela, to Rahul KP with a shot, and that's a good save by Bob Jackson. Good attempt from Rahul KP from distance. 29 minutes on the clock. It's still goalless at the Fatorda. Rahul KP playing inverted today, playing on that left wing. Fela picking out the winger. Given space by Boris. Moreno doesn't close in, and good save by the young keeper. Corner, first corner for Odisha FC to be taken by Pitea. And there's an Odisha FC player down on the ground. Can't see. Is it Rahul KP? Referee's giving taking the chance of the drinks break. Less viewership at odd time, less money from advertisements. Trevor, again, to me, it is not a factor. I know that people want to say that this is a deciding factor. Again, if there is an interest in the market, that interest in the market will be independent of the timings of the World Cup. With the World Cup shifting from A, B to C, every time you'll have a different situation regarding timings. Of course, in Qatar, the timings were perfect for Indian conditions. This time it's a 48-team World Cup, so but again, prime time, 13 matches only. But if there was an interest amongst the broadcasters, um, see what I'm realizing at the moment also is that even in cricket they're losing money. So it's very that's the problem. The Unity will be held in the Valley Stadium home. Charlton Derek FC Nasborough Stadium. Yeah, Anirman, nice venue, the Valley in East London. Charlton, of course, who have in the past played in the Premier League. Cricket destroyed other sports in India. Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. I mean, a lot of people don't want to say this or want to hear this piece of criticism, but to me, cricket has has harmed sports in general, and that's sadly a fact in Indian sports, right? See, FIFA World Cup, they buy irrespective of illegal stream, even under paywall. Okay, Kumar. Corner for Odisha FC, the first one tonight, 31 plus minutes on the clock. Always dangerous after the drinks break. Are you ready for such corners? Putia waiting. Pointing someone to go back. Guess an FC Goa attacker, yeah. That is the case. Putea with the corner. Doesn't come well. Comes into the danger zone. And Shubham Bhattacharya with the shot. Looked to me to come over an FC Goa player, but the referee says goal kick. Bob Jackson to take it. And there's a substitution. VP Suhair comes on for Rahul KP. Moreno back to Bob Jackson. So Rahul KP going off, who's been the most dangerous of the attacking players for Odisha FC. Looks like Rahim Ali will play left attacking wing and VP Suhair out and out striker. Oh, Thoiba intercepts ahead of Nemil. Back with Goa. Harsh Patre. Nemil. Patre. Ayush. Nemil. Out to Udanta. Udanta against Suidika. Udanta against Suidika! And cleared by Amrinder, if I'm right. Is here again. Nemil plays it out to Udanta. Udanta against Suidika in the box. Beats Suidika. And Amrinder with the save. Yeah, that would have gone in. Good corner. Headed out by Odisha. Goa on the right. Mohammad Yasir with a cross to the other side. That's a good cross cleared by Odisha FC. Foul given by the referee. Good for East London. So much of Indian diaspora. Yeah, Animan, East London that much of Indian diaspora? I know it's a lot of Bengali, Bangladeshi diaspora, but I would have thought more North and West London was more of Indian diaspora, as far as I know. Raimali or Partip? Raimali. Arman, any day. You're just proving my point. If the vodka can't make money, they won't do charity of showing it for loss. Trevor, that's what they're doing in cricket, right? The so-called, the brilliant IPL rights and all that stuff, they're losing money on cricket. So that does happen. And even the football rights, even the Premier League rights, whatever rights they have, they've broadcasters have been losing money on that over the years, right? So, right? On these ISL rights, do you think Fancode is making money on it? So, yeah. Odisha FC with the ball. 35 plus minutes on the clock. Still goalless at the Fatorda between FC Goa against Odisha FC. Amrinder finds Raim Ali. Back to Shubham. Amrinder. Goa win the ball back. Akash. Moreno. Sandesh. Back to Moreno. OTT subscription pricing is increasing year all Geo Prime and Sony cannot say the pricing model is less than getting good money. I think the pricing soon reaches more than 2,000. Kumar, if I'm paying in crores and you're saying that 2,000 is a lot of money, I don't know. So, right. What aspect that is not good? There's a lot of aspects. Lack of finishing, selfishness we spoke about earlier today. Yeah. Corner for Goa. Is that moment you see it or is it? Is it short? This here, Boris into the danger area, headed out by and free kick given. Oh, Harsh Patre against Fela and injures himself in the process. Runs into the player, Harsh Patre. Delgado clears it. Throw in. And Harsh Patre receive for that foul, a yellow card. Oh, high foot from Rohit. Yeah, free kick given for FC Goa on the right. 38 minutes plus on the clock. Red pitch, Newham and parts of town is a good southeast. Yeah, Animan, as I said, you said Indian. East London is more, yeah, Bangladeshi. God forbid where play doesn't enter the market because rip off. Free kick. Drazic and Yasir on the ball. Yasir takes it. Oh, that could be a Sandesh header. Or is it Moreno? Looks like Moreno, but Amrinda has the ball. Rahim Ali. Rahim against three, loses the ball. But Rahim Ali wins the ball back. Fela. Isak Ralte. And Sandesh Chingan clears for a corner ahead of Isak Ralte. Is cricket overpriced? Broadcast ball bursting now. Whatever it looks like it. That it seems like, that inflection point cricket seems to have reached or crossed. Good in the long term for other sports. Let's hope so. In 5 to 10 years ago, sports pack models will come soon. Like in Europe, I think this free charity goes in a decade. Let's see, Kumar, what they do as broadcasters and as OTT platforms. Prithia, or you have specialized platforms like Fancode. Prithia to take the corner for Odisha FC. 40 minutes now on the clock, still goalless at the Fatorda. The Gauze against the Juggernauts. Putia, that's a good corner. Headed out by the Gauze. Oh, missed. Shubham. Double pass. Shubham can't get it in. Rohit. But fighting for the ball. The Gauze clear. Not really. Putia. Rohit. Delgado. Ralte. Isak Ralte. Chips it forward. Here, cleared by Moreno. The Gauze. Ayush Chetri. Oh, does nicely. Ayush. Good ball across to Dejan Drazic on the left. Drazic dispossessed by Teuber, who moves up ahead. It's 4 against 4. That touch wasn't good from Teuber. And Moreno can clear. It's a throw in. Yeah, Teuber knows. Great interception against Dejan Drazic, but that touch and that movement wasn't good enough to get him the ball to where he wanted to. Ball back to Delgado. Shubham. Back to his captain, Carlos Delgado. Teuber. Back to Amrinda. Amrinda looking to play long. Headed forward by Odisha. Odisha have the ball. Fela taking his time. Sridika. Delgado. Shubham. Huitia out to Isak. Isak now on the left. Isak deflected. Harsh Patre heads it out. Nemil. Drazic. Dejan Drazic. Plays it out wide. Udanta. Ayush. Akash Sangwan. Ayush. Akash. Moreno. Sandesh. Nemil can't control it. Cleared by Odisha. Back to Sandesh. Heads it to Moreno. Cricket broadcasters are making losses while they are bidding for that much huge numbers which are beyond recovery. Is there any impact? Oh, and that's offside. Offside against the Gauze. The ball had entered the goal, but the flag had gone up before that. Is there any to see if something is happening under the table? I don't know, Kumar. Yeah, Nemil was offside. Kumar, I don't know. This cricket thing needs to be brought down, then only people will see options and stop complaining. Delgado didn't leave Odisha, surprising to me. Raj committed. Right? We saw Joao Victor before that at Hyderabad, who didn't leave despite crisis. These are experienced pros, have earned enough in their careers, I guess. And then commitment to a cause, to a club for these kind of players is very, very important. And that is what these guys have shown and are showing. Let's be very clear, and that's great to see. Sandesh, Boris, denied. Boris Singh with a throw in. Headed away by Carlos. VP Suher. Fela. Isaac. Rohit. Shubham. Plays it across to Toiba. Shubham has done well as a left back. Ball through attempt. Akash Sangwan has to be alert. Akash Sangwan loses the ball. And VP Suher, that's a foul. It should be a penalty. Referee says play on. Ooh, that was crazy. And go at the other end. Ball through for Drazic. Shubham clears. Moment. Yes, here. That chip cleared as well. And Rohit Kumar in the way. Ball doesn't go out. VP Suher leaves it for Sandesh. Yeah, I haven't seen the replay. I'd like to see the replay. 3 minutes of added time meanwhile. San Victor, yeah. To me, it looked like there was contact, but again, offside for Goa. Let's see if they show the replay of that ball. Let's see that. Akash Sangwan loses the ball. VP Suher. Yeah, Moreno has his arm on him. But is that enough? Oh, that's a push, actually. It's not an arm on him. Oh, that is borderline. Boy, I don't want to decide that. Was that or was that not? I mean, there is certain touch, but is that sort of thingy? Is that enough? Yeah, but you're in the motion, you're off balance. Oh, yeah. If it's given as a penalty, you couldn't complain. It can be given, doesn't have to be given. Let's call it that. Good interception by Rohit Kumar, plays it back to his keeper, Amrinder. Amrinder chips it forward. But no one will get to it and the ball will roll out. Goal kick for Bob Jackson. Purushothaman I think the happier of the two coaches, Manolo, very thoughtful. We've seen Manolo this way quite often this season because he knows he doesn't have answers, solutions to his problems. There's no outlet up front as a striker. Throw in Odisha FC, Siddiqa to take it. I want to see cricket saturation of viewership beyond certain points. Where will you get viewership? These broadcasters must open the eyes and start Western football and other sports to grow. Let's see, Kumar. A lot of people have said that nothing has happened over the last 20 years. So, good ball across. Rahim Ali on the right, plays it in the middle, can't control it. Odisha, and that's a shot attempt. Oh, just wide. I think it was Isak Ralte. Or was it Fela? Sorry. Half time at the Fatorda. Rahim Ali with the ball in the middle. Fela misses it. Yeah, and it was Isak Ralte whose turning ball turned a little too much away. Even though Fela is being shown, it was Isak Ralte with the attempt. And at the break, it is goalless at the Fatorda between FC Goa and Odisha FC. And Sandesh Chingan also having a word with Carlos Delgado around. Would love to have seen that scene as they show the official logo of the league. Would have loved to have seen that discussion between the referee and the two captains. Sandesh still talking, just walking away now from the ref. Goalless at the Fatorda. Let me know what you think. And so that's the thing. When you have single foreign player, what you will do with tactical changes when your Indian players do not have capability? Kumar, I think that is not the question. Again, there is always something possible depending on the talent that you have, right? So both the coaches know their benches, and depending on what the benches can deliver, let's look at the benches. Again, Ritik Tiwari is on the bench today. But you still have Abdul Rabe, you've got Nimtor Jitamang, Sahil Tavora, Bryson Fernandez, Prachit Viswas, Jerry Ladenzwala, Daniel Lalimpuya, and Rene Fernandez. So you've got some options for Goa, even though you don't have any foreigners. Yes, you've got two on the field. And Odisha, again, VP Suhair, forced substitution for the injured Rahul KP in the 33rd minute. And then you have Hitesh Sharma, Kojam Beyong, Narinder Nayak, Saurabh Bhanwala, Karthik Huntal, Anuj Kumar as a second goalkeeper, Edwin Sydney Vanspall, and Ashangbham Apoa Singh as the others. So therefore, there are some options. Let's see. Do you think next season ISL will exist? Kumar, it's it's a question which I can't answer you because if I'm very honest, at this moment in time, I'm positively surprised that 14 teams are playing the Indian Super League. I would have not, honestly, I would have not thought that 14 teams will take the field when the ISL take off. Especially Odisha was one where I thought, you know what? I thought in December, Jan, they were shut down. They had shut down actually, right? If you look at it, they had shut down and then they restarted operations. So therefore, that's been very good. Other teams will have to wait and see. If the ISL will exist, if the IFL will exist, if something will be done, merged, I don't know. Honestly, don't know what's going to happen. It's a very interesting scenario, and I don't have an answer to you on that at all because it's anything and everything is possible, so to say, in regard to the future of the Indian Super League. At the moment, I would think, yeah, something or the other will happen. But again, am I sure about that? No way. I'm not nowhere near sure what will happen to the Indian Super League because, because there's been so much of things happening in and around the league that I don't know. And so therefore, for me, yeah. So therefore, let's wait and see what happens with that. And for that, a quick reminder: please like, please share, please subscribe to Arun Foot. Help me grow the community over here. Follow me also on my Instagram, on my X accounts. Visit arunfoot.com. And again, 7 likes only so far on this video. Please, guys, I think we can do better. With those of you who are watching, 21 of you are watching. So let's see. And like last season gift percentage, how much chances are there? Kumar, I can't. I Last season I told you, if things had gone the way they were going, if the clubs were really strict, I don't think an ISL would have happened this year. So I can't give you a number. Why? How can I give you a number? Because I don't know what the clubs are going to do. There is no logic to what the clubs are doing. There's no logic to what the AIFF is doing. Inventors are part of the same society. Okay, Arya. First time you're saying merging of ISL and I League. No, I'm not saying that, Kumar. What am I saying is it depends on which clubs will survive in both the leagues. Right? I think there's no clarity on that. The AFF has done such a khichdi over the last few weeks and months that I mean, theoretically, the AFF if there's no extra money being generated, I don't even know how AFF will run next season, right? Because the monies don't add up. You know who is being tipped to be Bangladesh's next coach? Oh, Sasha, there have been some coaches linked now. I think, was it Lobera was linked with the job? I think Steamach was linked with the job. I think Habas was linked with the job. And I think a few others as well. So yeah, a lot of people who worked in Indian shores have been linked with the head coach's job in Bangladesh. So that is something which has been happening. Molina's coach, yes, Molina has gone over to coach Honduras. So he's gone to Central America and yeah, let's wait and see what happens with our neighbors. I've spoken with the senior journalist in Bangladesh to actually speak about the hype around Hamza Chaudhry and other things. So hopefully I will be able to do an interview on that in the coming days. So I'm trying to set up something on that part as well from my side. So therefore, looking forward if that happens, that would be great. But again, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. And so therefore, and of course, if you want to, I did put something out on the rights situation in regard to the um, FIFA World Cup rights, and you know, so therefore that's something which I have to keep in mind. They could have arranged Unity Cup in Harrow or Wembley. How's the South American Indian that's also there also. I mean, man, the logic is not to host the tournament where there are Indian diaspora. That was not the idea behind it. The diaspora can also travel 40, 50 minutes by public transport from one part of London to another part of London. And Charlton Athletic, with its home venue, the Valley, hosted the Unity Cup in 2004. And at that time, a certain Bart Ogbeche for Nigeria was the top scorer of the tournament. So the world is sometimes very, very small. So, but again, the logic is not, this is not an India centric tournament. This is a diaspora tournament of people of diaspora in the UK. And, they look for a partner club. And in this case, the partner club is Charlton Athletic. And therefore, yeah, it's being hosted at the Valley, which is big enough to host these matches. Jamaica versus India, Nigeria versus Zimbabwe, and whoever wins will play the final. Whoever loses plays the third place playoff matches on 26th, 27th. India play on the 27th, and then both the sort of third place and final match on the 30th. So I'm trying to get across to London next month. Let's see. CM becomes Bangladesh coach. They're inflicting self-destruction. Let's see, Kumar. Let's see. Raj has been tightly marked by every opponent defense lately and opposition defense lately, and he's struggling to match up. Dropping back might help. Yeah, Simon might, but then who's going to do the penetration? Because you realize Mohamed Nemil, with all due respect, is not an out and out striker, right? And they would have needed a an Ishan Pandita like he was when he first came to Goa. The super sub Pandita. I think that would be better. Then I'm reminded of the fact that there's no Borja or Ika to back him up with 100%, right? So your problem is he doesn't have an Iker or a Borja. He also doesn't have a Javi Severio as an outlet up front. So therefore, David Timur also who's played a few matches in the Champions League and the Super Cup. So therefore, that's the problem. The Gauls have a huge problem with that. And think about it that the original plan from Goa was until Paul Moreno and Dejan Drazic said, you know what, we want to stick around, that they would have gone into the season without foreigners. So that was one of the ideas and plans. So therefore, these are some of the things that one needs to remember how these teams have put themselves together, and that's a crazy one. Who will invest the money on this Unity Cup? Uh, Kumar, it's a community unity program. I guess local sponsors out of the UK. I don't know if others. Yeah, it's not a huge commercial venture per se. It's a community driven event from the organizers. Honduras played 2018 or 2022 FIFA World Cup, 2014, says Simon. So yeah, I mean that Molina has a big profile, and that has not been recognized and realized in India is something very interesting. And yeah, but what to say, what to add on that front? Those are some of the realities of football in India that we know, we think we know what it is or what it isn't. And yeah, let's see what happens. Quickly, just one second. I'll just get up. I'll keep on talking as well. So therefore, yeah, we are in the break. It is still goalless between FC Goa and Odisha FC at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Margao at the Fatorda in a match which had its chances. Raul Kipi most probably with the best opportunities had to go off injured, and that is going to be sort of a problem for um, Odisha FC, who is the outlet. Ryan Mali didn't have much of chances towards the end. Isak Ralte with a chance to shoot. Interesting is that even today, that it's the left wingers cutting in and then taking shots. Bob Jackson in goal for the Gauze in place of Ritik Tiwari. And Manolo has made a few changes to his starting lineup. Regulars or people who've been regularly playing in the last few matches, like um, Saltavora and others have been benched. Udanta playing on the left wing in place of a Bryson. So therefore, there's some interesting decisions, you know, and therefore that's it. National team and club are different ball game. Yeah, Kumar, 100%. That's always the case. I remember the first season when Piero played for Delhi Dynamos. We're chanting Fiero, 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 a little piece of me that day. Yeah, but Sasha, those were the days of the Indian Super League. Independiente de Valle are producing talents left, right, and center. Ecuador is stuck at least for the next decade or so. Yeah, let's see. Simon, they brought up quite a few players in the recent past. Some kids are moving to Europe in the summer, so let's see where they join and play. Yeah, it will be very interesting to see what they are able to do or not do as an entity, as a club, and as a nation, of course, as a smaller footballing nation in South America, it's always difficult because you're always competing with Argentina, with Brazil, and Uruguay. I guess would be closer to those top two, but those are the three I would say. Honduras has one of my all-time favorite named players, Carlos Costly. Yeah, Sasha. Some of these names, I think, was it? I think Zimbabwe was the national team with some of the best names. I think there was a meme about it recently, right? I don't know. Let me check for the Zimbabwe football team, national football team. There were some um, really nice names in that squad. Um, Future Shibanda is one of the goalkeeper. Teenage Hadebe. God knows Munvira. Where was the others? There was some knowledge, Musona, marvelous Makamba. Prosper Padera, Prince Dube, that's Bill Antonio, Washington Navarra, and Junior Zindonga. So they've got some interesting names. Divine Lunga. Where was the other one? There was one name which I found. I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it. But we're interesting to see. I was looking at the squad of Zimbabwe as well. Well, let's see. We might play them soon in the Unity Cup. Yeah, marvelous Nakamba, right? Number fair is marvelous Nakamba. There's something on Twitter. What did AIFF now release on Twitter? Let's figure out and find out. Kumar, let me see. What did the AIFF put out there? Okay, change announced set of AIFF Academy accreditations. So what the AIFF accreditation says, U20 boys, U18 girls, points for every 5 youth matches, saying group stage win now counts, national blue points for Blue Cups player development, points for 100 minutes for local players. Okay, they're trying to create sort of a point system. Interesting. Let's see if that works for them or not. Let's have a new football legend Sunday short. Now, Sunday Sea was the name of the guy. So we are already in the second half as the Gauls are attacking from right to left and Odisha from left to right. Yeah, Sunday Sea. Yeah. Jona Fabisch and FC Erzgebirge Aue. Yeah, plays that. And he's AFCON, yeah. Erzgebirge set to be relegated from the Dritte Liga, third division in Germany. As we are in the second 45, let's see what these two teams can do. It's still goalless at the Fatorda between FC Goa and Odisha FC. Both the teams would live better with the win. The Gauls would disappear in the middle of the league with the draw, and Odisha could move away. Oh, Drazic. Dejan Drazic, shot block. Drazic back with the ball. And Zuidika. No, sorry, Rohit. Rohit fighting. Rohit works his way around. And Rohit in the end. Drazic. Yeah, good fight from Rohit against Drazic. And then in the end, yeah, buys the foul, but it could have been given a foul earlier. Oh, yeah, Drazic didn't realize that he was behind him. By the way, Julius Dücker is one player. Yeah, where does Julius Dücker play these days? That's a good question, right? Julius Dücker playing at Havelse in the third division in Germany. 30 years old now. And this season has played 26 matches in the third division. Great player at his time. Goa building up. Akash Sangwan. Tanta plays it back to Moreno. Pixie intelligently forcing every club to invest money into youth development matches. Yeah, looks like it. Denham has the point system for the academies. If applied correctly, could be good, but their points are given for players moving to first team and national teams. Yeah. Kerala Blasters have signed new players. Yes, he could be considered as one of those players who had big impact last time. Yes, Simon. Yes. Tears for Havels. Yeah. Yeah. Third division. Relegation spot in the third tier. Moreno. Udanta. Akasangwan. Cleared by Odisha. Headed out. Moreno. Patre. Raimali throws the ball away. Doesn't get in trouble. Udanta. Akar Sangwan plays it forward to Bryson. Let me see. Is Bryson come on? Yeah. Bryson has come on for Nemel and Renier for Harsh Patre. Okay. Those are the only substitutions. Boris has to clear his lines. Shubham. Oh, foul on Fela by Renier. By Kumar. Catch you soon. Aldrin Fela. Puitia to take the free kick for Odisha FC from the left into the box. Cleared by Sandesh. Rohit wins the ball against Boris into the box. Oh, first contact not good. Oh, that is Fela. And then can't keep it on goal. Lal Rin Fela. Fela. Rin Fela, of course, known as Ma Fela in short. Ball goes out. Throw in for Odisha FC. Manula Mark is sitting there between his assistants. His face says it. He's not happy. An experienced coach. Oh, foul on Zuidika. Also, a reminder, guys, if you're liking this watch along, do leave a thumbs up, a like behind, share it with others. And of course, if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. Moreno, Sangwan, across to Sandesh, Boris, Renier, out to Drazic, Renier loses it against Rohit. Yeah, that's a foul for the FC. Mafela involved in it. Mafela does well, but then the foul from Yasir. Amrid clears it, but Zudika can't head it in play. Moreno to Sandesh. Yasir. Back to Sandesh. Ball to Ayush. Drazic, Moreno, Akash. Mm. Loses the ball, Akash Sangwan, and that will be a card for the foul on Rahim Ali. Yeah, Rahim Ali does well to win the ball. And then Akash Sangwan sees no option than a foul. Free kick. Thoiba to take it. Thoiba into the opposition box, but that's too long. Bob Jackson to take a goal kick for the Gauze. It's still goalless after 54 minutes at the Fatorda between FC Goa and Odisha FC. Odisha FC trying to build up on that side, but the ball goes out. Renier plays it out wide to Mohammad Yasir. Yasir in the box. Yasir plays it through, but cleared by Delgado in the end. Joe Polancheri comes up to Purushothaman. Razic and Shubham does just enough to allow the ball to roll out against Renier. Replay of the clearance from Carlos Delgado. "56 minutes on the clock. FC Goa versus Odisha FC. Goalless at the Fatorda. Amrinder. Sandesh clears it. Headed forward. Drazic does well. Plays it for Udanta. Bryson wins it. Bryson loses it. Thoiba. Thoiba allows the ball to roll out. Goal kick for Odisha FC. Question is, are the teams happy with what they've played for 56 and a half minutes? Do you want more? Can you do more? That's the question. What can you do with your substitutes? Let's go through them once more. Abdul Rabe, Nimdorji Tamang, Sahil Tavora, Ritik Tiwari, Prachit Vishwas, Jerry Ladrinzwala, and Daniel Lalempuya for FC Goa, while Hitesh Sharma, Kocham Beyong, Narendra Nayak, Saurabh Bhanwala, Karthik Huntal, Anuj Kumar, Edwin Sidney Vanspal, and Apua Singh for Odisha FC. Goa intercept, Renier. Boris loses the ball. Mafela getting more involved, the youngster. Back to Thoiba. Thoiba, Rohit Kumar. Now to Zuidika. Zuidika plays it for Rahim Ali. Rahim Ali wants to beat Akash, but plays the ball out. Goal kick for the Gores. Bob Jackson with the clearance. Ooh, Bang of heads, I think, for Odisha FC. Or Rahim Ali holding his foot rather. He coming down on the ground wasn't too friendly for the striker or attacking winger now. Throw in Akash Sangwan. Back to Moreno. Renier. Sandesh. Sandesh Jingan. There's it to Boris who loses it. VP Suhair. Isak Ralte. Isak. Mafela. Referee gives advantage and then let's play on. Ooh, Zudika. Manolo unhappy. Not at all happy, Manolo Marquez. Zudika gets away. Goa have the ball. Moreno. Renier. Drazic. That's a long ball. Goa is going to keep it in. Ooh. And Bryson misses in the middle. Good ball in from Mohamed Yasir. Drazic. Drazic loses the ball. Mafela. Mafela plays it out to Rahim Ali, who's got space in front of him. Rahim Ali against 1-2, 1-2. Rahim Ali plays it across to Isak Ralte. Good save from Bob Jackson. Isak Ralte had a little bit too much of time. Yeah, that ball went out. Throw in. Good chance. Very good chance for the Juggernauts against the Gauls. Rahim Ali very smartly takes his time, plays it across. Isak. Yeah, that's. And in the end, a good save from the young keeper. Isak deserves a big move. I don't know, honestly. Daniel Alempuya and Abdul Rabe coming on. And Abdul Rabe getting last instructions from Goramangi. Let's see, Mohamed Yasir is one of them who's gone off. Let's see who's the other one. But I don't know. Simon, no, I don't think he deserves a big move. I think he's not proven. It's a long-range attempt. Just goes wide. To me, Isak this season hasn't been good. If you ask me last season, we could have a conversation. But this season, nah, a shadow, right? I would have said that Rahul KP has been the better of the Odisha FC wingers, right? So let's see. Isaac has to do more. Isak, not Isaac. Sorry. Ayush Chetri chips it to Drazic. He's not offside. Dejan Drazic. Oh, what? And then he still scores. Delgado was in the way, but still Dejan Drazic gives the Gauls the lead. In the 62nd minute. Who else than Dejan Drazic to give the Gores the lead? Lovely chip from Ayush Chetri. And it looked like Delgado will block his attempt, but Drazic somehow, let's see that again from that side angle. Yeah, Delgado is in the way. The ball jumps over the foot of it touches the inside of the foot of Drazic's left leg, jumps over, and then he just has to place it past Amrinder. And FC Goa lead 1-0 against Odisha FC. And Simon is celebrating that goal of Dejan Drazic. And hopefully 63 minutes now on the clock. For the remaining 27 plus minutes, we'll now have a more exciting encounter because Odisha FC, if they want to take something home, will have to score. And they've not played badly. They've created chances. But again, creating chances and scoring are two pair of shoes, as they say. Important goal for the Gores because it takes them to 13 points from 8 matches, closer to the top, and Bob Jackson clears. Ball, I think, went out from, yeah, Bryson's header was already from the outside. And Purushothaman wants his forces to attack more. And quick reminder, tomorrow, two more live watch-alongs. Chennai FC versus East Bengal, as well as the cracker tomorrow evening, Bangalore FC versus the Kerala Blasters. While in parallel, of course, Kenya and India are playing in the FIFA series. Cleared by Odisha. Intercepted by Odisha. Zuidika, no money, but go off the ball. Bryson plays it out to Daniel Lalempuya. And Amrinder is going to clear the lines. Sandesh. Abdul Rabe. And Drazic. Yeah, I thought that someone would be overlapping, but Boris doesn't. Manolo angry with his players. Go over the ball. Abdul Rabe. Still Abdul Rabe on the wing. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Oh, that's a bad touch, but that's on the far end. Sangwan cleared for a corner by Amrinder. Yeah. This season, Drazic, goal scorer for FC Goa. Yes, Aman. Um, there's nobody else left, right? So that's the problem of the strikers. There's no Ika Guruchena, no Javi Hernandez, no Borja Herrera, or last season, Armando Sadiku. Oh, good save actually from Umrinda because he was sort of blindsided by Zudika in front of him. Corner for the Gauze, and both the teams are quickly having because Delgado down. Joe Polancheri and Purushothaman. Both of them can't be happy. And the old ice spray is being used. Last season, Bryson was hyped. Yeah, again, Aman, it happens, right? Welcome to Indian football. And the consistency factor is then something that we need to look at. And from that perspective, Bryson has so far failed the test. Yeah, very honestly, sadly. But he's not the first one, not the last one. Fourth corner for the Gauze, Dejan Drazic to take it. 67 minutes on the clock. Goa leading 1-0. Drazic, that's a good corner. And somehow Odisha clear. The Gauze win the ball back. Isa can't control it. Drazic keeps it in. Chips it to Bryson. Bryson against Zudika. He brings Zudika down. That's a foul for Zudika against Bryson. I think he's good for national team. I mean, that's the question with all these wingers. No? We spoke earlier also about wingers. No? We spoke about Parthiv Gogoi, and all these guys fall into that category of wingers, attackers. Whoever can be a consistent will be a good player. And whoever can be consistent will also be a candidate for the national team. And that is something which, over the years, people like it or not, for an Indian standard, Manveer and Liston have been those players. The others, all of the players that we could mention, none of them have been. Right? That's the whole problem. So Bryson joins that club now of Parthiv Gogoi, of Mohammed Sanan, right? Uh, Vikram Pratap, also part of that club. So yeah, a lot of these players. Goes intercept, maybe a chance to break, but yeah, Bryson will not get to that ball. Rohit Kumar plays it to Zuidika. Zuidika wants it to play through, doesn't get to Rahim Ali. Abdul Rabbe, oh, puts on the afterburners. Abdul Rabbe goes wide. And clapping from Manolo. Too easy, Shubham Bhattacharya, to just run past you. Weird that Amrinder is taking so much of time. His team is behind. Isak Aman at the moment also no. Isak belongs now exactly to that class of wingers, right? Few good matches and then it's lacking. Isak, foul against Boris, it seems. Yeah. And with this win, the Gauze would remove back into the top five with 13 points, but 5 points off Mumbai City FC. Foul on Abdul Rabe. Udanta on the ball. Bryson can't keep the ball in on that left wing. Throw in for Odisha. Throw in Zoidika. Red Kumar on the ground and two substitutions being prepared by TG Purushothaman. Rohit seems to be in pain. Rohit. Isak Ralte goes off, as well as Rohit Kumar, Edwin Vanspal, and Narendra Naik comes on. Rohit doesn't want the ice pack. Rohit Kumar off. Good game from Rohit Kumar overall. Edwin Vanspal comes on. Interesting to see where Edwin plays. And Narendra Naik, a player that someone mentioned to me a while back to be a very talented player. Let's see what he can do. Throw in Odisha FC. Ridika gets it back, plays it across. Headed out by Goa. Odisha headed forward. Edwin Abdul Rabe with the ball. Abdul Rabe on the right. Drazic. Abdul Rabe. Abdul Rabe cutting in. Renier Ayush. Nice ball to Abdul Rabe. But somehow the ball comes to Amrinder. Another Odisha FC player down. Shubham Bhattacharya seems to be in serious pain. Yeah, a lot of running for Shubham today in this hot and humid conditions in Goa. Substitution. Carlos Delgado saying substitution, no other option, guys. Rahul asks, what do you think Indian strikers actually need? Sir, a few moments back saw how Indian strikers just shoot blindly as strikers in the position we're fighting for. Rahul, we're fighting for a lot of positions. If you say that we're only fighting for strikers, I think would be wrong. We need better wingers, we need better midfielders, we need better defenders, better goalkeepers. Theoretically, we need better players in all positions. Our strikers are, I sometimes feel, it's just blind attempt, right, to try and do something. And amongst the goal scorers, McLaren Ezejari with 7, Effiong Drazic on 5, and Changte on 4. So that's the top 5. So therefore, for me, Rahul, it's maybe smarter decisions are needed. And sometimes realizing is like, hey, should I take a shot or should I rather not? And Shubham Bhattacharya is seriously in pain. I hope it's no muscular injury for him. And staff try to get him off the ground. And the third is worst from Indian players. Yeah, but Aman, we saw that earlier today, no? But Joseph Sani scores the first very, very good goal. And the second one, when he suddenly has that confidence, he can score that second goal as well. So it is possible. But the point is, can Joseph Sani score a goal again in the next match? Can he score a goal in that after? Like, can he get 4 or 5 matches to score a goal each to sort of get the confidence and say, listen, guys, you know what? I'm here. I can play as a striker. And that's the problem that Indian players have. As we have the drinks break, and the Gauls take that 1-0 lead into the final quarter of the game. Odisha FC themselves have to think once more. They're showing the goal. Lovely chip from Ayush Chetri, and Drazic just about beats Carlos Delgado and is ahead of Amrinder, who tries to close. But yeah, Drazic, that's class. That's a class goal. Shows what he can technically do. I think most of the Indian strikers would have just hit it hard and most probably would have hit Amrinder, and Drazic with a great, great goal, quality goal from Dejan Drazic. And yeah, that is what is needed. Class, 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 class. A player like that just shows at some stage how good he is. And that is what is, yeah, the moment taking Odisha across the mark. Um, Leong seems to be on. Another one as well. Odisha making multiple substitutions now. I think will come on for Shubham Das. Kojam Bayong. And Amrinda with a long kick. Kept in by Zudika, but lost and won. Zudika wins it. Ball out to Rahim Ali. Edwin Puitia. That's a foul from Renier. Oh no, so from Daniel. Puitia. Hopefully the game gets back a little bit of the momentum which has been lost in the last few minutes because of these injuries and forced substitutions for the Gauze. Puitia to take the free kick. 77 plus minutes on the clock. Putia into the box. Headed out by Sandesh. And that's wasted from Bryson. And Manolo not at all happy. Zuitika with the throw in. Referee asking him to walk back a few meters. Zuitika. Short one. Putia into the area. Cleared by Moreno. Zuitika Throw in for the Gauze. Throw in Akar Sangwan. Artik Hunter also on for Mafela. The Gauze in the final line. Odisha substitutions. Will they be good enough? Oh, Amrinda. Zudika in the middle, all played. Oh, that's a foul on Agor. Foul on Daniel by Narendra Naik. We seem have newbies like Nufal, Sanan, Pramveer, Tekcham, Ayman, Vibin, Suhail, and more. Suhail just said two new generation players in each position. Are they new? Mohammad Sanan, we've been speaking about 2 years. Abhi Tekcham, yeah, that's the one that I would pick out. Vibin has not played well. Suhail Bhatt, I don't know. And Nufal has to be consistent. As Jerry Lal Rinzwala comes on for Akash Sangwan. So therefore, I don't know where the new players are, Rahul, really, amongst those. Unlucky Odisha FC, yeah, Simon. And the bench is really the weakness of Odisha FC, like some of the other teams as well. Right? If you see now the Gauze, you have to take off Akash Sangwan and can bring in someone like a Jerry Lal Rinzwala. Long range attempt for Paul Moreno. And that's a 2-0 for the Gauze. Paul Moreno puts it into the back of the net. And that should be game, set, and match for the Gauze. Like to see the wall. Does that look too easy for me? Question, I suppose, what is the cream age for every position? Can I play for the next 2 years? That's going to be, let's see. Let's see that. Oh, through the middle of the wall. That's weak. Amrinda can't get to that side. His goalkeeper side covered. But that wall opens up and Paul Moreno scores for the Gauze. Yep, Rahul, foreigner supremacy. Let's see what Northeast United can do. Edwin. Pitya. Narendra Naik. That's a nice ball. Bob Jackson has the ball. 82 minutes on the clock. FC Goa 2, Odisha FC 0. We said that Akash Mishra goal against Hong Kong was too good, like the Alexander. Yeah, but Rahul, a good goal. Does it change anything about our football? Right? Rinzwala scored a blinder of a goal against BFC for Northeast United. What has he done after that? Right? So, just hypothetical question, Timmy is in India for 5 years now. If he wants, he can get Indian citizenship. No, he can't. He's not an origin player, so he can't get an Indian passport. Raimali, Edwin, Delgado, Raimali plays it out. Doesn't get to VP Swear, and the Gauze have it. Udanta. Back to his keeper, Bob Jackson, who chips it forward. First strikers, no one's going to get it. Amrinda. Zuidika. No, sorry, Edwin. Delgado. Toiba. Toiba with the ball forward. Gets it to Huntle. Karthik. Karthik. No one's going to get to that one. Just light humor. Why do you always sound like that depressed uncle who's like, yeah, we'll see? Don't know. Should I sound differently? I don't know if I can or should sound differently. Goal kick for the Gauze. Bob Jackson to take it. Gigi Purushothaman just shown. He's played all his cards. Forced substitution as well today due to injuries. He's done all. Zidika. Looking for BP Suhail. Zidika loses the ball against Bryson. Zidika. Free kick for Bryson. Yeah, that's clear holding and free kick. The Gauze with the ball out to the other side. Rabe Udanta back to Jackson. The goal scorer Moreno. Bryson plays it to Drazic. Drazic to lose it, wins it, and foul given against Vidika. Dejan Drazic. And so India can stop Zimbabwe. Rahul, let's play the first match of the Unity Cup and see who we face. And why, yeah, Zidika holds too much of the Gauze with the ball. Moreno. Jerry. Plays it back to Bob Jackson. Plays it through. Yeah, only finds Bayong. Amrinder. Doesn't have too many short options. Will have to go long. Does still take Thoiba. Will play it back to his keeper. Bryson coming. Delgado. I settle ball to one ball. Edwin loses the ball. Drazic. Bryson in the way. Abdul Rabe would have been through. Zudika. Zudika loses the ball against Drazic. Throw in. They just have an idea like, why don't we play our strikers like Rahim in the Jamaica match, which we're destined to lose, and then go all out against Zimbabwe so we can cast the third place like in Kafa? Rahul, we've not played any matches. Why are you thinking about a second match before playing a first match? Right? Just tell me that logic of yours. Right? Let's not get into who we're playing, what we're playing. Players might be injured. Players might not be picked. Let's wait and see what Khalid does. Today he's been okay, but nothing special. Um, uh, so therefore, let's leave it at that. Ayush, Sandesh, Sandesh, Moreno. Back to Sandesh. Chits it to Jerry. That touch wasn't good. Karthik wins it. Suhair. Karthik. Rainier with a touch. Throw in for Odisha. To Zuidika. Puitia. Puitia with the ball into the middle. Ooh. Offside given. Rahim Ali in the mix. Bob Jackson with a long ball forward. Abdul Rabi will chase it and get to it, but Delgado fights to wins it. Rahim Ali does nice. Rahim Ali plays a good through ball. Rahim Ali, no, and that is just about cleared from Sandesh Jingan against Karthik. 89 minutes on the clock. FC Goa 2, Odisha FC 0. Zuidika with the throw-in. Suher Puitea. Puitea against Moreno, and that's a foul. Puitea to get a free kick. Yeah, Moreno realizing he has no chance, he has to bring him down. Move for Moran Supergiant in ISL? No, I don't think so, Rahul. Lot to play for. 7 or 8 matches played. It's all open. If Mumbai City had won yesterday, then it might have become difficult, but let's wait and see. Free kick. Puitea to take it from the right. Curl it in with his left. That's a good free kick. There is a goal in there. No, lovely save from Bob Jackson. And now a throw in for FC Goa. Bob Jackson keeps his goal clean. Nah, not offside. I think, is it Thoiba? Bob Jackson keeps his goal clean. Another throw in for the Gauze. Jerry to take it. Cleared by Odisha. There's a touch. Zuidika. VP Suher earns a throw in. Edwin. Bayong. Back to Edwin. Narendra Naik plays the ball across, but Zuidika doesn't get to it. Throw in for the Gauze on the left. 5 minutes of added time. We are already in the 92nd minute. So here, Naik, Drazic wins it. Jerry, Sandesh has to stick his foot out. Oh, Drazic wants to play it for Daniel. No, Daniel wants a throw in, but it is for Odisha. Carlos Delgado. Edwin. Thoiba. Back to Delgado. Delgado looking for options, not finding any. Plays it to Putia. Putia only to Bryson. Daniel plays it out to Abdul Rabe. Abdul Rabe against Bayong. Abdul Rabe in the middle. And Thoiba denies Drazic shot on goal. And Drazic stretching on the ground. Let's see that. Bayong. Okay. Abdul Rabe beats the man. And Delgado doesn't touch the ball, hits the man, and it's a penalty, yeah? Delgado only hits Abdul Rabe, and that's a penalty for FC Goa. Bryson Fernandez versus Amrinda. Didn't realize it the first moment, but that was a penalty. Well seen by the referee. 94th minute running. Bryson versus Amrinder. Bryson. It's 3-0 FC Goa against Odisha FC. And Bryson is running across to the bench and is thanking Manolo. Bryson. Amrinder went the right way. Yeah, but the penalty is too good. That's a great penalty. Perfectly in the corner with no chance at all for Amrinder Singh to get to it. Bryson Fernandez quite happy to get onto the score sheet. And now that looks like a big result. 3-0 for the Gauls. And the Gaur army waving the flags in the stands. Odisha with the kickoff last few seconds in the game. Ball forward. Oh, Sandesh clears. Toiba. Free kick for Toiba. Edwin. Bayong. Edwin. Naik. Putea. Suidika with the shot. And that will be a corner for Odisha FC. Really missing those digital billboards, commentary and edits in ISL, which I'm used to see anyways. Times and not always same. Yeah, that's the data. Yes, I visited Camp Nou in 2009. Odisha with the ball. Naik. Ball into the box. That's a good chance. And that's a goal for Odisha FC. At least a goal for the Juggernauts. And it looks like Rahim Ali has scored. 3-1 at the Fatorda. Or was it Suher? Let's see again. Yeah, ball, Nike. Once ball. And it looks like... No, it's VP Suher. Chests it and scores it. VP Suher with the goal. It's FC Goa 3, Odisha FC 1. And that's the final whistle. 2 goals in added time. And no, Rahim didn't score it. It was VP Suher who scored the goal. Let me quickly put in my tweet and then I'll get back for you guys. One second, putting up the post. Right, done. And I'm back again. Yeah, 3-1 for the Gauze. They'll be very happy. Suher scored. Yes, Aman Suher, VP Suher was the goal scorer for Odisha FC. And well, for the Gauze, they stay but the top pack, Odisha FC, too many losses in the last few weeks. Need to get some points on the table. And there we see nicely a couple of big banners in the stadium from the FC Goa fan club. This is Goa, pride of India. Yeah, at least a few fans did turn up to this game. So 3-1 for FC Goa. Just one second, I have to just quickly get up once. And they take those 3 points with them. And that gets them to 13 points from 8 matches. 4 of Mumbai City FC. And that's the next match for the Goas. On the 18th, FC Goa host Mumbai City Football Club in what could be an interesting game because um, Mumbai City, after conceding late yesterday in Jamshedpur, need the one and the win to move towards a title winning campaign. While for the Gauze, if they could win, they could be on 16 points. And suddenly, if the others don't win their matches over this weekend, they could also be back in the title race. So it's a crazy situation in the Indian Super League table. Well, Odisha FC remain on 5 points. And if by any chance this weekend there are wins for Odisha FC, for Kerala Blasters, or maybe even after that for Mohammedan Sporting, suddenly with 5 points, you could be in danger of getting in trouble in this relegation battle. So therefore, that's an interesting scenario to observe and to watch. But for this moment, at this time, so therefore, that is something which needs to be remembered. More fans than in the last match. That's true. If you compare that, very true, Aman. But nowhere near the number of fans that the Gauze have had in the past. And but again, those are the realities in 2026 for a lot of teams in the Indian Super League per se. So therefore, that's a reality. So once more, let's go through the league table. Mumbai City on top with 18 points from 8 matches. Jamshedpur FC second with 15 points from 8 matches. Then it is Mohun Bagan and Bangalore FC on 14 points from 7. FC Goa have 13 points from 8. East Bengal and Punjab FC have 11 points from 6 matches. Sporting Club Delhi have, as in Takashi, 8 points from 7 matches. Northeast United 6 from 7 matches. Chennai FC and Odisha FC have 5 points from 6 matches. Kerala Blasters on 1 point from 7 matches. And Mohammedan Sporting are on no points at all from 6 matches. So those are the realities of the league table. Tomorrow we continue with a double header of lives, Chennai FC versus East Bengal FC in the early kickoff. And then it is a cracker, a southern derby between Bangalore FC versus Kerala Blasters. Always very interesting. And then on Sunday, the early kickoff, Inter Kashi versus Mohammedan Sporting. And the late kickoff on Sunday is Mohun Bagan Supergiant versus Punjab FC. So those 4 matches could be pointing in what direction things go in the title race. If BFC and Mohun Bagan don't win, that's advantage Mumbai City. If they do win, then they close the gap. And at the bottom, if Mohammedan Sporting and or Kerala Blasters can win, that puts pressure on the teams on 5 points. So that's an interesting one. Therefore, Chennai under pressure, the Blasters under pressure, Mohammedan Sporting under pressure, but also in the title race, potentially Mohun Bagan, Punjab FC, Bangalore FC, East Bengal as well. So therefore, there's a lot to play for at the top and at the bottom of the table in the Indian Super League. And if you don't have any more points to add, then I'll slowly come to an end of this live watch along. Once more, a reminder, if you haven't, please do like, share, and subscribe to Arun Foot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com. And as always, do support me here. Without your support, the channel cannot grow. It will need your support to grow. And as I am looking at things at the moment, we stand at 4,086 subscribers. Thank you very much to those of you who are new to the family. Hopefully, you all enjoyed this live watch along. And if you don't have anything, it seems to be you haven't added any points. I'll come to an end of this live and I'll catch you tomorrow. Double header, Chennai FC versus East Bengal in the early kickoff. And then later on, Bangalore FC against against Kerala Blasters. Bye. Enjoy.